Hey guys, welcome back. Now, as you may know, Bitcoin has set a new all-time high and smashing another record, which is a new all-time high before the halving, something that's never been done before in previous cycles. Interestingly, just as the all-time high was set, many folks in the US with leveraged long positions got liquidated, causing a huge flush out, and then all the clever people over in Asia overnight bought the dip. Now, the big question is, as this new bull market is beginning to kick off, how high could this thing be going? Well, one chart that's really helped me navigate the crazy volatility of the crypto market has been stock to flow by Plan B. However, over the years, there is something that everyone needs to be made aware of, which is why in this video we'll be covering firstly a stock to flow model caution, so nobody gets caught out looking at the wrong data when making very important decisions. Then, using the stock to flow model, we'll ask the big question: just how high will prices be going over the next 1 to 2 years? How much of a price explosion could we be seeing? And then we'll finish with a big indicator that just got triggered, indicating that the face melting rallies of the crypto bull market may have just begun. Okay, so first up, I am a big fan of the stock to flow model. However, there is one thing that everyone needs to be made aware of when looking at this model. So firstly, we're going to begin with a bit of a caution when it comes to the stock to flow model. However, firstly, let me just say that I am a big fan of the stock to flow model. And if only this was available when I first started, which was in 2017. I think I got into the crypto market around about here, and we had nothing really to look at in comparison to what we have today. If I would have had stock to flow, I would have known that we are in the final stage of this blow off top and avoided a very nasty crypto winter. But I joined about here. I had no idea, no context onto what has gone before, that this was a cyclical market going in booms and busts, revolving around the halvings, and we would have been in a very late stage. So I quickly doubled my investment, tripled my investment, quadrupled my investment, and just as I'm feeling rich and thinking this is super easy and I'm patting myself on the back, I then went on to lose about 80% of the money. And again, not knowing that this was the bottom. We didn't get stock to flow, or I didn't come across stock to flow until a later date. So the great thing is that it's incredibly simple, and it shows the cyclicality around these halving events, which is in blue. So we're just about to get another one. 4-year cycles of booms and busts. However, the caution is that over the years, we're starting to get multiple versions pop up, and all with slightly different prices. So, would you know that you're looking at this one? Or would you know that you're looking at this one? In the last chart, we had already reached the stock to flow line. However, in this one, we're still below the line. Or how about this one? Again, another one that's being shared, or it could be this one. So as you can see, the problem is that there's becoming many different versions. So just be sure to make sure that you're looking at the right one. For me, it's version 1, the original one, that seems to be the best. And the updated versions are not as good. So right now, it should have just clipped the stock to flow line here. Now, the other thing we can look at is try to answer the question, just how high could crypto be going over the next couple of years? So what does stock to flow say about that? So the idea here is that, as mentioned, the crypto market so far has been very cyclical, roughly about 2 to 3 years of an up market and then a 1 year brutal crypto winter. 3 years up, 1 year down, 3 years up, and 1 year down. Now, some people might just want to dollar cost average and hold their Bitcoin or crypto for 10, 20, 30 years. And so you don't really have to worry about timing. However, now that we do have stock to flow and I can see that it's cyclical, my personal plan will be to exit the market at some point in 2025, likely. So what does stock to flow say about how high prices could be going? Well, by Q3 in 2025, this line is predicting a huge price of $575,000 Bitcoin. So this is a huge increase. And it is a 750% gain from today's price. So all that in about 1 to 2 years, I would say is an incredibly ambitious target. Now, I'll cover my personal plan fully in a video next week, but as a rough guide, I would say it's all about risk, and a low risk target might be 50% from here, meaning you'd get out around $100,000. I think it's fairly safe to say in this current cycle, Bitcoin should break 100,000. A medium risk strategy might be 100% from here, and this would give about $140,000 Bitcoin, which would be around 2 times its previous all-time high, an important metric. And I'd say a higher risk number is probably 200% from here, which is about 210,000. And this would be 3 times Bitcoin's previous all-time high. So as you can see, stock to flow and plan B saying that this time it's going to be exponential gains. This to me just seems extremely high risk. Now, if you're planning on just hodling and never selling, then there's no harm just seeing if this plays out. However, if you're going to try and time the crypto market and get out at some point, I would say be very careful with this target. However, it's your money, your investment, and this important decision is going to be up to you. Now, finally, let's just cover one indicator by Plan B, which was just triggered. So another great chart from Plan B is his Bitcoin market cycle, and very similar to stock to flow and nicely color coordinated, and it's split into 4 parts. We have the big bull market, we have distribution or selling, we have the bear market, the brutal worst parts of the cycle, the accumulation phase, and then on to the bull market again. So bull market, distribution, bear market, accumulation. And the thing that's just triggered for everyone to see is we've had these highs here. We went through this brutal, arguably worst crypto winter so far, this being the absolute worst. And it's saying we've just finished the accumulation stage, and the big red dot signals that the bull market has just begun. And this is when you really get to see the full force, the face melting rallies of the crypto market. And it could be 6 to 12 months of massive gains if history repeats. So this is very exciting times. It just goes to show how hard it is to buy in the brutal bear markets. So I tip my hat to anyone who was able to accumulate here, because it's incredibly hard to do. People have just lost 50 to 90% of their money. The last thing that you want to do is put anything you have left back into the crypto market. However, for the next cycle, this will also be part of my plan to try and accumulate. It'll be roughly about 12 months after the peak. However, this time around, I did do quite a lot of accumulating in this zone, so I have to be happy about that. And what an exciting time the next 6 to 12 months is going to be. Bitcoin recently hit a new all-time high, smashing another record which was a new all-time high before the halving, something that's never been done before in previous cycles. I'm a big fan of stock to flow as it's a very simple chart to help us navigate the insane volatility of the crypto market. However, just check to see which version that you're looking at, not to get caught out with ever-changing versions. It's important to note that the crypto market so far has been very cyclical, 4-year cycles of booms and busts, indicating that there's going to be another massive sell-off and crypto winter. So you need to decide now what your plan is going to be. Now, you could just hodl throughout, you could just dollar cost average all the way through. Will you be aiming to get out of the market for a period of time, then back in the market, or you could just try and trade the ups and downs all the way through? Now, I'll be covering my personal plan next week, so be sure to subscribe to not miss that video. Now, Plan B thinks that this time around we're going to get exponential gains, seeing a Bitcoin price all the way up to $575,000, an 8 times increase from today's price. As you'll see next week, my plan is a bit more conservative. And finally, regardless, it looks like the crypto market will be exploding higher over the coming months. And remember, no one knows exactly where this crazy roller coaster is going to be going, so the time to make your plan is now. So there you are, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Now you tell me, Plan B's target of $575,000 Bitcoin, is that something that's going to happen in the next 1 to 2 years? Let me know below. However, just remember, to get rid of 100% of the comment spam and trading bots that plague YouTube comments, we are trying out the new SuperThanks Commenting system. So to get your question or comment read and replied to, or just to say thanks, then use SuperThanks below. And for now, just to say, if you did enjoy anything in the video, then drop a like, and a big thank you to everyone who does, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.